Hi guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your Boss Lady Realtor, and today we're gonna go over my top 5 favorite coffee shops in Austin. Like I mentioned, today we're going to talk about my 5 top favorite coffee shops in Austin. Austin has a lot of really cute little coffee shops that are very popular and they have so much character, and I actually really feel like they still embody the character of what Austin was originally at its roots. Each of them is super different from the other, and they're just so inviting and such a good place to just like sit and hang out or meet up or work. Spot number 1 is Mozart's Cafe, or Cafe Mozart is what I call it. I think other people call it that too. Anyway, it is a really, really charming spot. It is located just west of downtown Austin on Lake Austin Boulevard. I've talked about Mozart's a few times before in other videos because I am #obsessed. I am though, I really like it. It sits literally right on the lake. So you walk in and it's this really cute kind of like little old building made out of limestone. They've got the bakery and the coffee shop in there, and then I think they've got like a little tiny gift shop in there as well. You make your order, you can sit inside, but indoor seating is super limited. There's also tons of students that go there. So like most of the people that hang out there are students, and they'll sit there on their computer or with their books for hours on end. What really makes Cafe Mozart for me is all of the outdoor sitting, because it literally is perched right on the lake. So if you go to the patio and like literally just look out, you are looking directly at the lake. Not only are you looking at water, and then there's like boats that go by now and then, but directly across the water, there are all these really beautiful mansions that are built on a hill. So you've got beautiful scenery, beautiful homes to look at across the way, always full of people. I always see so many people from all walks of life. Like I mentioned, there are a lot of students there. And then we also have people that come in for like business meetings, and people that are just like meeting up with friends, people that'll go there to work for a little bit from their computer. I see families there a lot. And another thing that I just super duper love about Cafe Mozart is that a lot of times they have live music. Usually on Sunday afternoons, they'll have like a live artist singing. They'll be there with like their guitar, their keyboards. Super fun, and like the vibe is so cool. And sometimes people like get involved with like the artist that's singing, they'll like shout out like suggestions and stuff, but it's still pretty casual, and it's just such a relaxing and charming place to be. The vibe is so good, and you can literally spend hours there and the day will just fly by. Cafe Mozart, highly recommended, 2021 and 2022 and forever more. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I rate Cafe Mozart 5 espresso shots and 1 duckling. Spot number 2 is Joe's Coffee on South Congress. Joe's Coffee is famously known for the adorable "I love you so much" sign that sits on the side of the building. A little bit of history about that. I heard the story a few years ago, and then I looked it up a couple months ago for another video that we did, and I found the full story on Twitter, which is a very reliable source, so it must be true. So the owners of Joe's Coffee are lesbians, and they got drunk one night, got into a fight, and broke up. And I think one of them wanted to make up, so she wrote "I love you so much" on the side of the building for her partner for the next morning when she opened the coffee shop. And they made up, and they're together, and they've been together since, and it's a beautiful love story. Anyway, the "I love you so much" sign is now super iconic in Austin. We have postcards that say "I love you so much," and people all over social media take photos in front of the wall or the sign that says "I love you so much," and it's very popular and it's very Austin. As far as the coffee shop goes, it's actually really small. There's a bit of sitting room, but not like, it doesn't have a ton of space. And honestly, it's a little bit loud and busy because it's literally right on South Congress, which is a very busy road. There's tons of people there all the time, and there's tons of people going in and out of Joe's constantly. Other than that, it's got a really cute atmosphere. It is such a staple in Austin, and if you're in town visiting, or even if you live here, you have to just go walk by it at least to see what the buzz is about. On a scale of 1 to 10, I rate Joe's 4 espresso shots. Coffee shop number 3 is Cosmic Coffee off of South Congress and Pickle Road. Basically, Cosmic is set on this kind of random lot. They've got this large space where most of the parking is actually in the very front, and then I have a couple food trucks in the front of the coffee shop or the area. So if you like walk by it, or like if you're just driving by really quickly, you're probably gonna miss it. It doesn't look like anything impressive at all. Once you park, you go in and you have to walk towards the back of the land or the lot, I guess, and then you will find the actual coffee shop. The actual Cosmos coffee shop is absolutely adorable. It's got kind of this like campy and rustic feel to it that I haven't really seen in other coffee shops in Austin. You go in, of course, you order your coffee. They also have kombucha, and I want to say they have beer there as well. And then you take your drink and you go outside and find somewhere to sit. The actual quality of the coffee is actually really good. I ordered an iced almond milk mocha the other day, and it was wonderful. The caffeine levels were pretty high. I drank half of it and I was kind of buzzing from that. One of my good friends ordered just a black coffee with cream. He said it was really good. It was really high quality coffee, very smooth. He said it was better than Starbucks. And one of the things that really sets Cosmic Coffee apart from other coffee shops in the area is that it's got tons of outdoor seating. There's picnic tables everywhere, and it kind of has this like high class camping feel to it. They've got these cute bulb lights like from tree to tree, and it just gives it a really warm, sweet feeling. There's also a couple food trucks in kind of the Cosmic lot. So if you want to get coffee there and get your kombucha or beer, you can also go get some food and sit there for a while. I see people there all the time working or meeting up. I see people just like hanging out there. It's also right across from one of the rock climbing gyms. So I think they probably like interchange folks quite a bit. It's a really good spot, and I was very impressed. I went there for the first time a couple months ago, and the vibe was just on point and so cool. So like I mentioned, Cosmic Coffee is right off of South Congress in Pickle Road. I would rate Cosmic Coffee 5 espresso shots and a little pickle. Coffee shop number 4 is Easy Tiger off of East 7th on the east side of Austin, just east of downtown, like a hop and a skip. What's really, really cool about Easy Tiger, number 1, it's humongous considering the location. If you go along East 6th and 7th Street, you'll see a lot of like locally owned restaurants and bars, and they tend to be pretty, I would say pretty small, because space in that part of town is really limited and it's very expensive. Easy Tiger is enormous, just considering the location and then the fact that it's a coffee shop. So the actual building is really cute. It's super elegant, and then it's got a huge outdoor sitting area, which is very charming. A little bit of history about that setup in general. The building that Easy Tiger is now in used to be a really high-end restaurant. I want to say about 5 or 6 years ago on the east side. The east side of Austin started really coming up about 10 to 12 years ago, and that restaurant was absolutely beautiful, and it kind of looks like a mini Restoration Hardware. And every time I would go by there, I would see really high-end cars there. There was never anything that was like beat down or like mid-level. It was like very exclusive, very nice vehicles. And I think ultimately what happened is that that area wasn't quite ready for that level of restaurant. So that restaurant actually ended up closing after about, I want to say maybe a year or so. I don't actually remember the exact time frame, but the beautiful building remained. Like I said, it kind of looks like a little Restoration Hardware, which I love, and it's super elegant and it really sticks out. So the space was empty, I think, for a couple years. I'm not exactly sure on the time frames. Anyway, fairly recently, Easy Tiger put their little coffee shop in there, and it is so charming. And I think it's got just the right amount of like luxury and zhuzh for the area, but not like so over the top that it's so exclusive that like nobody can access it. Anyway, it's beautiful. I love it in there. It's usually pretty empty actually when you go inside, and they've always got kind of like calming like yoga music, which is pretty nice if you're trying to work. So highly, highly, highly recommended. I would rate Easy Tiger 5 espresso shots and 2 tiger cubs. spot number 5 is Radio Coffee on the super south side of Austin. For me, it's super south because I live north. It is located off of Menchaca Road, just north of 71. Radio Coffee is really super duper popular. I don't know the actual history on this place, but from what I've deducted, it sits in a little house and they added on to the house, and it's actually, the little house is super cute, and it's like a coffee shop inside with limited seating, but then the outdoor seating is where it's at. There is so much space and there are always so many people there. It is definitely an Austin staple. I'm gonna say something that is probably going to bother a lot of people, so sorry in advance. Not sorry. I'm like not that big of a fan. It is really cute and I do understand why people like it. I'm just kind of like, I just think there's other places that are so much cooler, like Mozart. You might like it though, because so many people do like it. It's very cute. But because I am biased and I like things that are more centrally located, I'm gonna give it 2.5 espresso shots. No shame in my game, playa. So that's what I have for you today. Those are the top 5 coffee shops in Austin, Texas. If you have questions about other coffee shops and other stuff to do, please leave a comment. I actually really love it when you guys leave comments. I love interacting with you guys and seeing what you think and what like video suggestions or questions you might have. If you're thinking about selling a home or buying a home in Austin, please send me a message. You can reach me via Instagram. You can send me an email. That's it. I'm Daphne Quay, your Boss Lady Realtor. Till next time.